The snow came down heavy that Tuesday afternoon. Tyler Chun walked the old logging road, his soaked sneakers crunching with each step. His thin jacket did nothing against the wind. He was 20, but looked younger, smaller than most guys, and that made him a target at Pinneridge Community College. He'd taken this route for 3 months to avoid Jackson Moore. The back roads added 30 minutes, but it beat the daily humiliation. Today, Jackson had thrown his backpack in the toilet and knocked his lunch tray to the floor. The whole cafeteria had laughed. Tyler was studying computer science at the cheap community college, trying to help his mom, who worked 2 jobs. His dad had left when he was 10. Most days, he wondered if he'd even finish the semester. The shame was eating him alive. The sun dropped behind the trees as he walked. That's when he saw something dark against the white snow. At first he thought it was a log, but something made him look closer. It was a woman lying on her side, arms bound behind her back with zip ties that cut deep into her skin. She wore a black leather vest with a winged skull patch. Her face was gray-blue, lips purple, eyes closed. She wasn't moving. Tyler dropped to his knees. His hands shook as he pressed fingers to her neck. There a faint pulse. She was barely alive. He called 911 with trembling hands, describing landmarks through the falling snow. The operator said help was coming but would take time. "Keep her warm," she said. "You're going to be okay," he said, through chattering teeth. "Help is coming. My name is Tyler. You're not alone." The cold seeped into his bones. His whole body shook violently. He kept talking about his mom's soup, the cat behind his apartment, old movies, even Jackson Moore. He told her things he'd never told anyone, holding her tighter. Time blurred. His body wanted to shut down, but he couldn't give up. Not on her. Sirens finally cut through the woods. Paramedics came running. Tyler tried to tell them not to leave her, but his body wouldn't work anymore. Everything went dark. He woke in a hospital with his mom crying beside him. "The woman is she alive? A Croak." "Croak." "Yes, baby, you saved her life." The doctor said Tyler's core temperature had dropped to 92 degrees. Another 15 minutes, and he wouldn't have made it. His organs were shutting down, but the woman would have died without him. The news spread fast. A message came through the woman wanted to see him. Her name was Diana Reeves. In her hospital room, Diana took his hand, tears streaming down her face. "You laid down in the snow for a stranger. I have 3 kids who would have grown up without their mama." She told him 3 men from a rival gang had left her to die as a message. She'd been in that snow for 2 hours before he found him. "You gave everything you had to save me. In my world, you're family now." Monday came. Tyler had to return to school. When the bus dropped him off, he stopped dead. The parking lot was full of motorcycles, hundreds of them. Bikers in leather stood silent beside each bike, watching him. Diana walked through the parted crowd. "This is Tyler Chun," she called out. "This young man saved my life and asked for nothing in return." She turned to him. "Your family now, your pack, and pack protects pack." 837 bikers bowed their heads. Tyler's body shook, tears spilling down his face. Diana hugged him tight. "Nobody touches you again. Anyone who messes with you messes with all of us." She pressed a patch into his hand. Protected by HMC. A road captain walked to where Jackson Moore stood pale and quiet. Tyler couldn't hear the words, but Jackson stepped back quickly. The message was clear. The bikers stayed all morning, walking Tyler to class. Sitting outside on their bikes, Jackson avoided him completely. They came back every Monday that semester. Diana called weekly to check on him. She invited him to a barbecue where her kids hugged him and called him Uncle Tyler. Something changed in Tyler. He sat straighter, spoke up in class, ate lunch in the cafeteria. He'd learned courage wasn't about being big or unafraid. It was about doing right when you were small and scared. Near semester's end, a letter arrived from the club with a check for $10,000 for tuition. Tyler and his mom cried together. On the last day, Deanna gave him one more hug. "You changed my life. Never forget that you matter, that you're brave, that you're loved." Tyler thought about Jackson, who'd transferred schools, about his mom, who didn't work as many hours now, about how the worst moment of his life freezing in the snow, had become the moment he learned what he was made of. The motorcycles started, their engines thunder rolling across campus. As they pulled away, Tyler watched until they disappeared, their sound echoing in his chest where courage lived now.